What's up, Mr. Insurance Agent, Mrs. Insurance Agent? In this video, I'm going to show you how to use partnerships, P's, to make a lot more policy sales than you ever have. I'm talking, you can make more policy sales with one conversation than you have in your entire career. And if you're wondering, Mason, why are you all dressed up? It's because I'm going on a secret mission date. This is the first date, actual date I've been on in 2 years, all right? And I'm dressed like this because we're on a James Bond style date and I'm a bad boy. All right, anyways, let's dive into this. Enough of the humor. So listen, if I was Tony Robbins, just imagine me as Tony Robbins and I invited you. Hey, like, come on to my podcast, I'm gonna interview you. I can't do his voice, it's definitely unique. But how many followers or subscribers, fans, like true believers does Mr. Anthony Robbins have? Tens of millions, okay? Tens of millies, as the kids would say. A milli, remember that shit? Tens of millions of followers. I'm Tony Robbins right now, and I'm inviting you onto my podcast, and we're going to talk about why most Americans need insurance, need life insurance. What happens without life insurance? If I invited you onto my podcast to talk about that, and I'm Tony Robbins, do you think you would make some sales? Yes, I would argue it would break your calendar. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mason VanMeter. I work with insurance agents to make a shit ton of money in a really fast time frame by doing less and making more. Because I just use physics, okay? And math and mental stuff and really cool tools. And for 99 cents a day, you could help feed Jabubu, our latest insurance agent, okay? Welcome Jabubu to the industry. Let's get back to the video. It would break your calendar. You wouldn't be able to fulfill. You would have tens of thousands of people book sales calls begging you, insure me first, your talk was so inspiring, I didn't realize, like, it's not as, like, why? If you don't understand where the leverage is, it's Tony Robbins is what, 60 something years old? And he has spent, let's say this is the calendar of Tony Robbins' life. Each one of these represents a year, okay? We could break it down even further and make them represent months, but each one represents a year. He has spent majority of his life building and acquiring and assembling your dream customers into one place. He's already congregated everyone you could possibly insure into one place. He's traded 2/3 of his life to do it. He's already built your audience. You see, Russell Brunson did this, and he built the funnels for Tony's book launch and did crazy stuff. He is known. What he did is the Dream 100 concept. So Tony was one of his 100 dream people he'd love to work with, partner with, do a joint venture with. But the concept is, if you reached out to 100 people like Tony Robbins that had your audience, how many thousands of policies would you sell? And this is why this concept is so powerful. Like, they've already traded their life to build the audience. You don't have to go through 62 years of work, hundreds of thousands of dollars in communication, training, and all this stuff Tony's done to build an audience that size. If he invited you onto his podcast, you would probably you'd stop everything. You'd quit. You'd give up because it'd be too much demand. It would break you. You could not handle that level of service and fulfillment. And like all those sales calls, you'd be booked for the rest of your life. You would not, like, you'd give up, you'd quit. Okay? Like, that's how strong this is. And so what I learned to do was, instead of trading my time for money, I went and found people who already had my audience. And what I did was I targeted pretty much micro influencers with 10,000 followers or less. Why 10,000 or less? Why not millions? Well, people with 10,000 followers or less, ideally around the 3,000 to 4,000 range, they had a way stronger connection with their audience than celebrities do most of the time. And so their audience are more likely, more apt to take action on what that influencer says. Influencer. Oh, stupid. So stupid. But that's the world we live in, my dear friends. And let's say I'd get them to do a 3-post minimum where I'd pay them to do videos or like a series on, hey, so-and-so got me this today, so-and-so saved me this much on my auto insurance, so-and-so, like, I'd do that stuff. And I started getting other agencies to do it for their or giveaway. There's so many different strategies to deploy with this, but I just found people with 10,000 followers or less on Instagram that were really niche or specific, or comedy works great. I'd find like people who were funny with 10,000 followers, subscribers or less. And hey, if I send you $1,000, will you make 3 60-second videos or make 3 Instagram posts on the first one being, have you ever considered what happens if you die? Well, I just met this dude, and then, hey, go see if he can help your family today. And this works phenomenally. You spend $1,000, every 2 weeks on leads, every month on leads, every week on leads. Like, I could pay someone $1,000 and get access to 10,000. Let's say only 80% of their audience is like, I'm still getting exposure to 8,000 people that are more apt to do what that influencer says. It's a higher intent. And so understand, like, if you reached out to 100 of these people and only 5 of them said yes, and you gave them each $1,000 to make a 3-post, 5, whatever the partnership was, or you gave them percentage of sales. Say, hey, for every person I sell a policy to, I'll give you $100. I'll give you $200. I'll send you a state. Like, maybe they just want to do it out of the goodness of their hearts. Believe it or not, I've had people do it. All right. So you have, let's say, 5 people that all have 10,000 followers or less. Let's just say 50,000 followers, and you get, let's do some percentages here. Let's say you just get 0.03, all right? Let's not even do that. Let's do 1.5%. So 0.015, 750 people would go book calls. That is nuts. That is nuts. Out of that, let's say 375 actually show up, and you only close 20% because you're shit at sales and you don't use anything my channel teaches you. 20% conversion. You just made 75 sales at $1,000 roughly a pop. That should be $75K in premium. You issue 60,000 of it. And if you're at 80% compensation, let's say you end up making $37,500. So $37,500 is what you make in commissions. From a $5,000 investment, that's almost an 8x ROI. I like that. I like that. This is something I would do over and over and over. So hopefully that gives you an idea on what you can start doing to better spend your dollars, get more leverage out of it, and go make a shit ton more money, because this is extremely profitable. This is extremely profitable. It's very high leverage. After you do this once, you can get ROI tattooed on your forehead to let everyone know how much goddamn money you make. Okay? Because for some of you, if you made $37,500 in the next 60 days, you would shit a brick. Some of you would be like, it's 10% better than what I'm used to. Some of you would be like, that's nothing. I'm already doing that roughly. But I know majority of you like, oh my God, Mason, let me get on my knees. Calm down there, calm down. I know I just helped you make some money, but calm down, all right? I'm taken for the night. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and like and subscribe for the next one. If you got any comments on what you're struggling with as an insurance agent, I know this can be a long, dark, lonely desperate road where you struggle and you get your dick kicked in the dirt every day over a career choice and people hate you for no fucking reason other than the fact that you wanted to work from home and put food on the table for the people you love most, and for some God-given reason that makes you a scam artist or a Ponzi scheme. People throw all these words around they don't even understand in today's world. They have no depth. They're already dead. So anyways, love you all. Keep being awesome. I will see you on the next one.